Hello, so what's going to happen here is that I'm going to cycle around, see what I can find on the day, and then I'll show you the more interesting stuff that I found in the past and accumulated. This divine art form is called dumpster diving, so I had to film this as well. First of all, we have some filing cabinets and a crappy table. Not very interesting, let's move on. In this next skip, there's a bunch of disassembled old science workbenches, but I don't have any use for tables. I'll have a look at what else I can find in here. The next location, there's even more furniture, but I'm not very interested in that. I'm only interested in the metal waste. Here's another metal waste bin. And here's an electronic waste bin, which you just saw me jump in a couple seconds ago. And now we'll quickly go through everything I managed to accumulate on the day. And from the electronic waste bin, we have an old iPhone speaker, remote control wall sockets, although I didn't realise what they were at the time, so I didn't look for a remote, so they're utterly useless to me now. An unopened USB to Ethernet dongle, USB to HDMI adapter, a bunch of Ethernet cables, some PCIe blah something, a Microsoft mouse, a mini USB cable, unopened micro USB cables, Type B and micro USB connectors, various capacitors and resistors still in their packaging, some more connectors, some IC chips, some microcomputers. These are Beagle boards or Beagle bones or something like that. This weird alarm clock, and finally some motors. From the second skip with the many tables in it, we have 3 extension leads, 2 dual BNC wall sockets, fiber optic cable, a brand new headphone case, an aux cable, a USB A to C cable, a VGA cable, emergency lighting, ESD bubble wrap, fire exit signs because it's fun. From the first metal waste bin, I just grabbed a bunch of copper wire. Apart from the obvious stuff, everything I found on this day worked perfectly fine, other than the motors, which goes to show that people are dumb and wasteful. And now a brief interlude as I introduce you to my bin-jumping travelling companions, Harold and Georgia. Now for the more interesting and valuable stuff that I've collected over the time that I've been doing this. Let's start off big with a full computer setup. The monitor, cables and peripherals, and literally everything needed was found just in separate locations. The computer is nothing to joke about either. It has a Core i7 processor and 16GB of RAM. I did have to fix it, but literally all it needed was me to take out the RAM and put it back in. Then we have some radios and CD players, motors, a large TV, something around 40 inches, more cables than anyone could ever use, heavy-duty clasps, an all-in-one computer. This also required a simple fix. I just had to reapply thermal paste on the processor to the heatsink. A MacBook. This required a fix slightly beyond my capabilities, so I ended up just selling it broken, but people still pay a fair amount for broken laptops so that they can fix them themselves. This thing, no idea what it is. If someone could help me out, that'd be good. These linear motion rails with stepper motors and drivers attached. I've also got these drag chains, though they were found separately. Together these will help to make a future project. And then we have my box of things, which contains switches, lights, power packs, various electronic components, fans, fancy wire, more power storage stuff, assorted connectors, and in the bottom we have small motors, relays, transformers, and speakers and microphones. And if, like me, you enjoy making things, it's easy to get raw materials for projects such as wood. For example, here is just a stack of mostly oak and kauri pine. But places seem to chuck out lots of other wood as well. Here's a massive piece of 3 slightly smaller pieces of black wood bolted together. Apologies for the weird viewing angle, my feeble limbs couldn't easily get this out without moving other stuff. It's very heavy. Then we have some elm, mahogany, more blackwood, more oak, more pine, and then we get onto metals. So here we have some easily castable ones. We've got copper, brass, and aluminium. Now onto the steels. We've got bandsaw blades, bicycle and large machine chains, car coil spring, bearings, tools. I got hit in the head with that masonry chisel and can confirm it's very high quality steel because it hurt. And circular saws. There's also fabrics from curtains and so on, and ornamental enameled wire which I got from unwinding transformers. Think we're done yet? Nope, now I need to go to my university house. We have heaters, a Bluetooth speaker, an old CRT television, a computer power supply, a tablet, again more power and communication cables you could ever want, another 15 or so microcomputers, hard drives, RAM sticks, and another set of assorted speakers, motors, connectors, and components to play with. Oh, and while I was editing this video, I found another TV. A lot of the stuff I found I couldn't even show you because I've already sold it. In my experience, the best place to look for this stuff is research and development institutions. Most of my projects on this channel are made from stuff I've found, like a guitar, for which there should now be a link on the screen along with some other videos. Goodbye.